Jessica on the track.
So for music, it's definitely my dad. He instilled a lot of values with music in me, and it was kind of our thing growing up and something that we did together. And I fell in love with it on my own as well, and knew that I wanted to pursue something in music from a very young age. And then for fitness, my mom, she was a jazzercise instructor for 10 years, so she really instilled in me, what it was like to be fit and, take care of yourself all throughout life. And it was something that we could do together as well, and that was fun for us to bond with. So me and my dad had music, me and my mom had fitness, and they're a huge part of a lot of things that I'm doing now. So I'm originally from Kingsville, Texas, very small town. It's an interesting place, but I honestly just felt like I never fit in there. I always pictured something a little bit bigger for myself, and when I moved to San Antonio to pursue my degree in music, and just getting away from there kind of made me feel a little bit more like myself, and I felt like the more adventurous, more driven, seeing more opportunities, like those kinds of things were a lot more in my grasp, and it brought out that kind of personality in me that I felt like I always had. I just never was able to execute it where I was. And I grew a lot moving away, and I have a lot of good values in God and in family and friends, and I try and stick by those things as well. I try not to let things like social media and fame or money or anything else drive me into being who I am. I try and keep everything in line with what I was originally raised on, and yeah, I'm just me. So my short-term goal right now would be to finish college for sure, and land an internship somewhere, probably like Nashville or somewhere in Austin. That would kind of pave the way for me to have a career in the music business. With fitness, I'm trying to continue to grow and to continue to explore the modeling and the opportunities I've gotten with that. And then I also am very determined in 2018 to get back to performing live music and sharing my voice and my passion with the world through social media and in person. To be successful somewhere and have landed somewhere in the music business, and to be continuing to grow and continuing to see like where that takes me. Maybe I'll be engaged at that point, or maybe I'll be starting a family, hopefully. I definitely want those things. Success is everything. I feel like it is a reward at the end of a long journey. When people set goals or they set their mind on something, reaching it is like nothing else in this world, and especially when it's done but on your own, and it's something that you started and you finished. I just don't think there's any other reward in the world like that. So I always see the positive when it comes to change. I don't think it's ever negative, even if it feels at the time that it's something kind of strange and something you might be unsure about. I think in the long term, change is, you know, what makes us who we are and shapes us. And it's nothing to be scared of. I think it just should be embraced a little bit more. When I'm thinking about doing something or attempting to make an important decision, I always think long term. And a huge example of that would be when I was 16, I got offered by Machiavelli Records to, you know, go start my singing career and, you know, be put in the spotlight and all that stuff. And I turned the offer down all on my own. No one influenced my decision. My parents were fully ready to support whatever I wanted to do. But I thought to myself, you know, I don't know anything about music. Before college, I had no professional training. I had nothing. Like, everything I knew was from, you know, trying to figure it out on my own. And I wanted an education because I knew at the time that the music business was a place where people could be easily taken advantage of. And I did not want that to be me. So anytime I make a huge decision, I think long term. I'm thinking years beyond. How is this going to affect me then? I'm not big on procrastinating. I feel like if I'm given an assignment to do, like in school or something, and I have a month to do it, I'm panicking about it the next day. So I try and just get things done. That way I don't have to worry about them later. I think if I really had to, I'd work well under pressure, but I try and avoid that. I feel like there's several, but it seems like any time I got out of a relationship, that really kind of changed me and my outlook and who I am. Always in a good way, I think. But they just have seen, those kinds of things have just seemed to have the biggest effect on me as a person. Definitely the place I feel most at home is on a stage with a mic in my hand. I just feel like it's where I belong. I feel completely at peace with myself and at peace with the fact that I know that I am changing someone's mind and like making someone feel a certain type of way. I guess it might not always be good, but at least, you know, I'm having an effect on somebody. And I try and instill like a positive vibe every time. So hopefully it all comes across that way. But I just feel at peace with myself and completely and truly happy. So there's two. My first and foremost favorite place to escape is going to be at a piano. When I'm working on a new piece, everything else goes away. Everything else. And I could sit there and hours will go by and it'll feel like minutes. And I am just completely consumed with the music and what I'm doing in that moment, and nothing else matters. The second place that is definitely my escape would be the gym. And that's, you know, music in the ears, just not worried about anybody else, getting a good pump in, feeling good, getting those endorphins going, and yeah, those are my two places.